Welcome to Ivy Produkt. We develop, manufacture and sell environmentally friendly and energy-efficient air handling units. Our production takes place in Sweden and we operate across big parts of Europe. Ever since 1969, we have worked for a sustainable future. Join us for a look back. In 1969, the company is founded in Växjö, in the south of Sweden. The first reversible heat pump is made in 1974. And in 1975, the first rotary heat exchanger is manufactured. During the 90s, integrated controls take off. And in the 2000s, big investments are made and we have a strong expansion in Europe. In the last 5 years, we have invested 20 million euros to maintain the highest pace of innovation on the market. This has resulted in many valuable extensions. At our Innovation Centre, future products are being developed. And at our Competence Centre, training is given to increase knowledge within the industry. Our products are manufactured by dedicated employees with state-of-the-art machinery and components of the highest quality. We have the widest range on the market and we have delivered over 100,000 air handling units. We are continuing to grow and we have great plans for the future.
Hello and welcome to Ivy Produkt. My name is Mattias Sjöberg and I work as the CEO. Today we will share some of our latest news with you here online. And we will also show you a glimpse of our facilities here in Växjö, where we're going to show you our expansion.
Hello, my name is Manuel Svärd. I work as a sales director, and today I'm going to show you some of our true success products.
I am Jan Magnusson. I'm the product manager for our cooling units and our heat pumps. I will talk to you about a new exciting concept.
My name is Robert Skog and I work with the development of our control systems. We have many exciting news that we want to tell you more about, so please follow us to our Innovation Center where we have gathered our news for the day. This is our new handheld terminal with a touch display. It gives you a clear overview of the unit's functions, and you will also recognize the interface from our other applications. The display is also possible to connect to a network where you can reach several units from the same display. And of course, our standard handheld terminal is still possible to connect to the control system, so it's just up to you to choose which system you prefer. This unit has the function Energy Watch, which is our own developed function to keep track of the energy usage. We have now added even more functionality to it, such as average SFP, average airflow and min and max airflow. And this helps you keep track of the performance even better. All our control systems are possible to connect to our system Ivy Produkt Cloud. And this is best done through the network in the building. But if this is not possible, you can always use a Wi-Fi router or a 4G router from us. This unit is the new top-connected EnviStar Top with a thermocooler HP, which is a reversible cooling heat pump. And Manuel will tell you more about this now.
So, welcome to our new extension. Here we are building our new order department and we are also building new conference facilities. Behind me you see two top-connected thermocooler HP units. But when we started the design of this project, we thought about using just one larger air handling unit and place it over here. But we realized it would probably reduce the number of working places with one or two. So we had a second thought, and we looked at this corridor that going into the office, and we realized it's a little wider than it actually had to be. So by replacing that one large unit with two smaller top connected units that are not so deep, and place them next to the wall in the corridor, we could both free up more working places and have a corridor that is wide enough. But that's not the only benefit with dividing the airflow on two units. If you look out here, you see these very nice glazing areas. In summertime, this glazing area will mean the temperature increase and the cooling need will increase. But at the same time, we have conference rooms in the core of this extension that also will have different needs throughout the year, but not necessarily always linked to the outdoor temperature, but more to the usage. So all in all, we will have localities with different temperature requirement throughout the year. And by using two reversible heat pumps, we could actually provide the different parts of these localities with the correct temperature throughout the year. So we will both improve the indoor climate and of course also the overall comfort for the people who are using the localities and work here. So let's look a little bit on how it works. Out here comes the outdoor air. It goes in through the filter. After the filtration, the air goes through the recovery, the thermal wheel, into a fan that blows the air into the supply air system. This coil, summertime, is a cooling coil, and that can reduce the temperature from, say, 30 degrees down to 16 if needed. If we then look at the extract air side, the extract air passes through the filter, down through the thermal wheel recovery, through the fan, and being blown out. Summertime, this coil is a condenser coil that blows out the heat that's been generated throughout the cooling process. However, this is a reversible machine, which means that what is a cooling machine in the summer becomes a heat pump in the winter. So if we have, say, minus 20 degrees in the outdoor temperature, we still want to blow in 20 degrees in supply temperature. We have 22 degrees in the extract, and now we of course want to recover as much as we possibly can of this. So first we recover what we can in the thermal wheel, and then we take the additional heat from the heat pump coil. This means that we in combined have a total energy recovery rate of over 90%. And not only that, we also have, for an integrated reversible machine like this, we have about 20% higher energy efficiency compared to a traditional solution. If we look here, we see a four-way valve. And this four-way valve is actually what tells this coil to be a cooling coil in the summer and heating coil in the winter. And this four-way valve makes this coil a condenser in the summer that blows away the heat, and a heat pump coil in the winter that generates the heat. And all this heating power and cooling power is controlled completely stepless through this compressor system and through this frequency inverter. And due to this very high recovery rate, as you see, we don't need to connect this unit to any pipework packages. We don't need to connect it to any boiler, to any district heating system, and that of course significantly facilitate installation and speed up installation, but most of all it considerably reduce the overall installation cost, and that's one of the main benefits of these units. But these thermocooler HP units, they are not only available in our top connected series, they are also available with our gable connected series with airflows over 8 cubic meters per second. And now my colleague Jan Magnusson will tell you more about them. Thank you.
Thank you, Manuel. This type of units with integrated cooling or a heat pump have been a great part of Ivy Product's success over the years. Since 1974, we have delivered more than 16,000 of these units. Today, the units are steplessly controlled with variable speed compressors and driven by inverters like this one. They are available in several different sizes and also different power variants to fit your particular cooling needs. If we take a look inside of the unit, we can see the cooling components, and as you can see, they are all integrated into the ventilation unit. They are assembled, braced and tested here at the production site in Växjö, and that means that we will deliver a completely CE-marked unit. And since the components are inside of the unit, you don't need a condensing unit on the roof. And a condensing unit on the roof can look like this. With our type of solution, we can use the roof for something much nicer instead. We know how difficult it can be to get a big ventilation unit inside of the plant room. Therefore, we have developed a new concept that will make the modules of the unit even smaller than before. And even integrated cooling and heat pumps can be divided with this new concept. Let's follow Per to a plant room and he will tell you more.
Som du säkert vet kan det vara kostsamt och tidskrävande att få in ett ventilationsaggregat till byggnaden. Därför utvecklar i Produkt många smarta lösningar för intransport och montering. Vill du veta hur enkelt fick in det här aggregatet genom en helt vanlig dörr? Häng med så visar vi till och ger några smarta tips på vägen.
Start by placing the parts of the unit in numerical order outside the plant room and removing the plastic. Check the assembly drawing and installation manuals to make sure everything is correct from the beginning. The next step is to build the base frame. If the floor is level, it's advisable to build it upside down and then turn it over. You can put a distance between the base frame and the wall to prevent it from moving when sliding on the unit sections. Make sure the unit is level by adjusting the feet. The nut and foot must be turned in the right direction. Lock the rear feet as they will be difficult to access later. It's now time to put the first section in place. One tip is to spray on a lubricant that makes it easier to slide the sections on. A sealing strip is used between each vertical partition. Use a suitable lifting device to safely lift the upper parts. It's now time to install the rotary heat exchanger. Finish the assembling of the thermal wheel before sliding it on. We constantly work with our product development to simplify site transportation. On this unit, both the rotary heat exchanger and the reversible heat pump are supplied in sections.
Du tar den här stolpen här. Tänk nu på att ta så vi inte tar i själva...
The installation of the rotary heat exchanger profile can be done easier with some extra help. According to the assembly drawing, the next section is the reversible heat pump thermocooler HP.
Nu lägger vi måla.
Integrated comfort cooling and heating of the ventilation air eliminate the need for expensive and time-consuming cooling installations on the roof. There are two different ways to assemble the sections. Generally, you bolt them together, but when access is difficult, you can use guide keys. Cooling pipes are easily connected directly with a press tool. If the tool is not available, this can be done later. Finally, position the part which serves as a protection for the reversible heat pump's electrical components. Continue to transport and then assemble the remaining sections. In this case, fan, filter and sound attenuator. Our engineers developed the software used in the control equipment that helps to optimize the unit for the best possible indoor climate and minimal energy consumption. Remember to check that the doors can be opened and closed properly. If not, adjust the front feet so that the doors are perpendicular. When the assembly is completed, our quick connections are used to easily wire the unit. This means that there is no need for an electrician on site for this step. The drainage on the reversible heat pump is then connected via a water trap to a floor drain.
Sådär, då var vi klara. Utan delat utförande att få platsbygga det här aggregatet eller ta ett hål i taket eller öppna en vägg. Det hade både varit kostsamt och tidskrävande. Nu tog det oss istället mindre än 8 timmar att göra jobbet. Det vi kallar Easy Access.
Contact our sales team today to find out more about how Easy Access can make your everyday life easier.
All units in here are in easy access, which means they can be transported through a normal standard door. In our new Ivy Product Designer selection software, we can easily specify maximum module measurement, and the software will then automatically design the air handling unit as best as possible based on those measurements. Over here, you see one of our main success units, the EnviStar Flex with counterflow heat exchanger. And one of the main reasons for this success you will see behind those inspection doors. A high efficient counterflow heat exchanger equipped with a unique Ivy product patented defrosting system that ensure you can always have the highest heat recovery as possible and still prevent that heat exchanger from freezing. However, we all know that large counterflow heat exchangers, they can be both difficult, complicated and costly to transport into a building, especially during refurbishment. But thanks to the easy access concept, counterflow heat exchangers up to a size of 2 cubic meters per second or 7,200 cubic meters per hour can actually be split down in section and transported through a normal standard door. So, come along. Let Ola and Per show you how it's done in reality. Come along. So, there you saw how easy we transported in such a large counterflow heat exchanger through a normal standard door, thanks to easy access. And with this, I will end today's presentation of product news here from our Innovation Center in Växjö, and I will hand over to Mattias, who will tell you more about the future plans of Ivy Produkt.
Hi Mattias.
Hi Julia.
You have to tell us what's going on out here and what you're doing out here. It's a very big construction site.
Yeah, I'm helping to do some work here on the construction site. I like to do that. We are building out the factory, the production and the warehouse of totally 5,500 square meters. And the building will start over there. You see the framework from the construction, and it will end, you see over there, in the end of the building. So totally 150 meters long.
Okay, so what will this extension mean? How much can you increase capacity?
Our capacity today is a little bit over 100 million euros that we reached last year in turnover. And the new capacity for the new factory will be over 200 million euros. And that is our goal for 2026.
Okay. Have you made other investments in connection with this as well?
Yes, we have made several investments in machinery. One machine is a new heat exchanger machine. We also invest in several forklifts and also a new warehouse system that will speed up the warehouse management system.
Okay. And when is all this supposed to be done?
Yes, because of the mild winter, we have shortened down the construction period with 3 months. So the construction will be ready in the end of the year.
This really reflects a belief in the future.
Yeah, we believe in the future. If we look back in the past, we have seen that our investments, we have a lot of benefits from. And now we had several years of good economic growth. So because of that, we have the possibility to reinvest in our business. And that is very important to make investments in your company.
How do you see the future for the ventilation industry?
We look very bright on the future for the ventilation industry. we create good indoor climate and save energy. This is very important today, but I think we can't believe how important that will be in the future. Because of that, we dare to invest.
Thank you, Matthias.